What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to, I think, the first of this kind of video that we've made here on Anfield Agenda. And this is going to be around why switching to a 3-5-2 or a 3-4-3 formation could be one that benefits Liverpool in the long term. Now, I'm not suggesting for 1 minute that I'm expecting to see Jurgen Klopp change the formation. One of the things that he's been pretty stubborn about during his time in Liverpool is that he does go with this 4-3-3 formation or a variant of it. Sometimes we've seen a 4-2-2-2. Sometimes we've seen a diamond. Sometimes we've seen Jurgen Klopp switch in, as we've seen against Arsenal, with Trent playing in a double pivot six. I say sometimes. I think it's only happened on a couple of occasions. But today I want to just go through the pros and cons of a 3-5-2. Now, I got the idea for this article from an Athletic piece that they did, giving out the virtues of exactly why they think this would suit Liverpool. So a few bits and pieces will be taken from that, and again, fully credit the Athletic for a very well written article. So let's start off with one of the benefits of it, and it is, of course, that Liverpool won't be as open to the counter attack as we have been. If you think back to the goal we conceded against Arsenal, or one of the goals, it was with Trent being out of position and with Robbo being out of position. And also, this happens time and time again. You will hear me ranting and raving in every Liverpool game about the space that the opponents have to attack in behind when our fullbacks are caught further up the pitch. What you see then having to happen is centre back, in this case it was Canade, coming across to cover Trent, and that then leaves Virgil van Dijk or whomever is the other centre back with just himself to cover the entire penalty area, and we don't want that to happen. Now, if we move to a 3-5-2 formation, then of course in this circumstance, if they counter attacked and our wing backs were further up the pitch, at least you would have your three centre backs there. If one needs to drop into the wings position or into the right back position, the other two can shift across. Yes, to some extent, that does leave you a little bit open to the quick switch of play. But again, no system is entirely perfect. Now, one thing from the Athletic article that really caught my attention, and I didn't know this, was that Liverpool have the highest XG, expected goals per shot conceded, in the whole Premier League. Just let that sit for a minute. A defence with Ibrahima Konate, Virgil van Dijk, Andy Robertson, Alisson Becker, Trent Alexander-Arnold has the highest XG per shot conceded in the Premier League at 0.14. Shouldn't be that way, right? So we also know that there are drawbacks to every system, and yes, sometimes a 3-5-2 can leave you a little bit exposed, but I do think it offers more versatility. And also, if you look at it from a pressing perspective, right, the higher up the pitch we wing the ball back, the less distance there is to cover to the opponent's goal. It isn't rocket science from that sense, but if Jurgen Klopp can get that press on and we can have a five-man press at times, I think again that just plays into what Klopp wants to do. Now, I can understand that there will be people watching this video who are going to say to me, Craig, Jurgen Klopp just has no interest in playing a 4-3-3, or excuse me, a 3-5-2. We've seen that before. He's adamant about a 4-3-3. Right, but this is the revolution. This is the change, and you have to have the right personnel for any system, and I think that the signings that Jurgen Klopp makes in the summer could give us an indication if we are going to see a change or not. So again, one of the main things about this 3-5-2 that would benefit us is probably that we already have two fullbacks that could make the most out of it. They are fullbacks that we think of as wingers. Let's be honest with it. You know, Trent Alexander-Arnold and Andy Robertson, we do think of as attacking, raiding fullbacks. And this would play into that. This would give them a higher starting position up the pitch, maybe give them a little bit less work to do defensively, but certainly would give Jurgen Klopp the crossing and the prowess from wide areas that would maybe supply the likes of Darwin Núñez a little bit better. Because one of the things that's, I don't say frustrated me about our use of Darwin Núñez, because he is brilliant when he has space in behind, when he can run into the channels and he can get at teams. But we don't see enough of him, for my opinion, in the box getting onto the end of crosses. He is a versatile forward, but this is one facet of his game that I think Liverpool could greatly make better use of. And again, I'd be really interested to hear your thoughts on this, because obviously this is all hypothetical. I'm aware of it. No system is perfect. Every system has its pros and its cons. But 3-5-2 does seem to be, or 3-4-3 does seem to be a little bit more suited to the way the Premier League is going and to the way, particularly in Europe, some teams are setting up. Now, this is all, as I said, opinions. So again, I'm not trying to say this is exactly what will happen, but you know, we need to make videos, so we need to find topics to talk about. And the final thing here is that it would get Liverpool's forwards into more attacking areas, as I said, with that five-person press up top. Now, who could we bring in to implement such a system if we were to play it? Well, I would say that a lot of the players that we have at the club right now could probably be suited to it. Cody Gakpo could certainly play as an attacking midfield player. If we were to go for a 5-man across midfield, Cody Gakpo could be that player that joins in with the attack, because for me, one of his greatest attributes that we've seen is his linking up of play. He's very good about protecting the ball in tight areas and turning into space and running at defenders. It's not something I expected to see from a central position from Cody Gakpo when we signed him, but when he did start to play and we did start to kind of see this Bobby Firmino regen, it all made sense, because we think of him as a winger, not a pacey winger, but a winger nonetheless. And as we know, when Jurgen Klopp signs a player, nobody is guaranteed to be playing in the position that they were when we signed him. I mean, just look what happened with Sadio. When Mo came in, he shifted across to the left. We've seen it time and time again with players that come to Liverpool that you may think you're one thing, but Jurgen Klopp can turn you into another. So look, as I said, no system is flawless, and maybe there's a system that you guys think might suit Liverpool a little better. But all in all, I do feel that we need to change something. We need to shake it up. And as I said, with this system, it does get our forward players into better positions. If you look at the Arsenal game, one of the interesting things about that game, and again, I'm taking this stat firmly from the Athletic article, so full credit there, is that Mohamed Salah had 9 attempts on goal, the most in the season so far for him in the Premier League. And that was with that change to a 3-2-2-3 system, and that gave Mohamed Salah more space to get involved in the game. And that's what we want, right? We want our star man, our talisman, our goal scorer being in positions where he can impact games as he does best, in front of goal. So that little switch that we've seen there against Arsenal may be an indication to how we can get Mohamed Salah more involved. 9 shots on goal in a game for Mo is pretty decent, if you ask me. And again, I would never have known that without the Athletics in-depth, very good piece. So certainly advise you guys, if you have a chance, if maybe you're not subbed to the Athletic, I think you can get it fairly cheaply. I think maybe 99 cents a month or 99p a month or something like that. And look, should point out here, I'm in no way affiliated with the Athletic. We have no relationship with the Athletic. But, you know, sometimes you want to just take inspiration from an article to make a video. So look, I don't know if we're going to go 4-3-3, but I do think we need to change something out, because we're not getting Mohamed Salah as involved in games as we would like to. People say time and time again that Liverpool are too predictable. You just have to go back and look at Carlo Ancelotti's words after the Champions League final, and indeed after we played them twice this season, for him to know that, look, we know how they're setting up, we know how to negate what Liverpool do. And I think you'll probably agree with what I said at the start of this video, that one of the areas of the pitch that we are attacked in is in our fullback positions. If we turn over possession in midfield, all of a sudden you will see players just dinking balls into those wide areas. And if you've got a pacey player like a Martinelli or something running in behind, or even a Haaland running in behind, it can cause all kinds of trouble. So that's my take on it. Again, I do understand that this is the type of video where some people will think it's ludicrous, some people will absolutely agree, but I am genuinely intrigued to see your comments and let me know your thoughts on it. Do you think Klopp will switch it up, or is he too stuck in his ways that it'll be some variation of this 4-3-3 that we've seen? Again, it is now over to you, my friends. Thank you so much for your time. Really looking forward to your comments, and hope to see you on Monday for the watch along of the Leeds game over on our Twitch channel, and you will find the link to that in the description of this video. Much love. Talk to you soon.